Hi everyone, it's Cass. Welcome back to my channel, What Cass Read. Today I'm bringing you a very quick August book haul. It always amazes me, like when I get to this point, how many books I bought, where I'm like, oh, I didn't buy that many. Yes, you did, you dork. Now, when I was buying physical books, again, I've been in this like Stephen King mood, and I ended up picking up 4 of his like mass market paperbacks. What started it was I wanted to get 2 books that he had written as Richard Bachman, which is his pseudonym. And the first one that I picked up was The Running Man. And this one is like a games network, a government-sanctioned games network. People say that this is what the Hunger Games inspiration could have potentially come from. Ben Richards is a desperate man, no job, no money, and a young daughter in need of proper medical attention. He must turn to the only possibility of striking it rich in his near future dystopian America, participating in the ultra-violent TV programming of the government-sanctioned games network. So yeah, it sounded really interesting. I have been interested in reading some of his Richard Bachman titles. They are a little bit shorter. So this one was one I definitely wanted to get to. And then the other Richard Bachman title I'm very excited for, because I've heard a lot of really positive things just in terms of like what people's feelings have been about this book after they've read it, and that is The Long Walk. Now this is another type of like dystopian America, and this long walk is like this grueling match of stamina where there's a group of boys. Are there 100? I don't know how many, but for some reason like 100 or over 100 comes to mind, where the only rule of the long walk is that you have to keep walking and you have to be the last person standing. And by last person standing, they do actually mean like alive. So very excited about this one because like I said, I've heard a lot of people who have read this one have had good things to say about it, like in terms of their feelings about it after they finished. Now this one, truthfully, I don't know that much about it, but since I was like in this mass market mood, I ended up picking up The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. This is a book he's written as Stephen King and not as Richard Bachman. What I do know is that it's a young girl in the woods. I know that much about it. Another book about a young girl, Firestarter, written by Stephen King. So this is another young girl with some type of magical power that manifests itself. Pyrokinesis. And yeah, I was watching some Stephen King reviews, and some people don't end up liking this one because they think it's like just kind of like a knockoff of Carrie. But other people who have liked this book have really liked it. So thought I'd pick that one up as well. So those are the last 4 Stephen King books that I purchased. I gotta start picking up on my Stephen King reading, but readathons get in the way. The next new book that I picked up, I just had to have it because look how stunning this cover is. This is For the Wolf, written by Hannah Whitten. This just spoke to my autumnal winter soul just off of this cover alone. This reminds me a lot of Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I don't know if the plot itself is like Naomi Novik's Uprooted, but just the idea behind this book gave me a similar sounding story where there's like a magical wood setting and there are townspeople who have to sacrifice second daughters of the family to the wolf to assist like them living in the magical woods. Like I think it's kind of this thing where you have to sacrifice your daughter in order to protect yourself from the magic in the woods. It looked really good, and how gorgeous. It's not it's not a Little Red Riding Hood retelling, which the cover art would suggest it is, but I believe it to be more of a Beauty and the Beast retelling, with some other type of folklore sprinkled in. That one's been popping up a lot in people's TBRs that I've been seeing as well. And then the final brand new book that I bought, thought I'd finally pick this one up. This is Gardens of the Moon, written by Steven Erikson. This is book number 1 of Malazan Book of the Fallen series. To be honest, 1, I don't know anything about what's going on. 2, I have no idea when I'm going to start this one. But Malazan is one of those like fantasy goals that I want to get to. And the reason why I don't know when I'm going to start it, because anybody who's read it, or as Mike from Mike's Book Reviews has said, Malazan is like getting your PhD in fantasy reading. And that sounds really intimidating. I do know there's like military campaigning going on, and that has been like a yes for some people and a no for others. Mike's book reviews. His channel is currently doing a channel readathon or read along of this series. I'm behind on that, obviously, because I haven't started. I know Books with Brittany just finished up the Malazan series, and she actually has a really great video of like, should you read Malazan or not? Which I was glued to that video because I was like, should I read Malazan? It's a book that I wanted to have, so that way when I'm ready to start it, I can have it. And then the last 3 books are all used books that I picked up. The first one is just another edition of A Game of Thrones, book number 1 of A Song of Ice and Fire, written by George R.R. Martin. You know this one. The copy that I have has been the HBO tie-in edition, and I've always kind of like gone back and forth of like whether or not I want an HBO tie-in or if I want the original version. So I found one in decent condition from the used bookstore, so I ended up picking this one up. The last 2 books, if you've been following along with a couple of my recent videos, you know that I'm still working on the Lightbringer series. I've actually only ever owned books 1 through 3. So when I was in the used bookstore, I specifically looked to see if they had the rest of the series, and they do. So this is The Blood Mirror, book number 4 of the Lightbringer series, and the 5th and final book is The Burning White. All of these are written by Brent Weeks. You don't want to look at the back cover of The Burning White because they tend to put spoilers on these back covers for this series. Just a heads up if you've never read it before. I actually, as I'm filming this video, which is August 31st, I just finished The Broken Eye, which is book number 3 today. And once again, Brent Weeks has like left us on a very like crazy cliffhanger, crazy reveal. But I just needed like a little bit of a break from that series. I think taking a month off to do these readathons will be plenty of a break before I'm ready to get back into the series and finish it up. And maybe once I'm done finishing this book, maybe I will have time to begin books like Malazan. I have no idea. If you've read Malazan, let me know what you think. Like, what kind of pacing? What am I in for? What kinds of other things should I not have on my TBR at the same time? Give me all the details I want to know. Sorry about my voice. As I'm filming this, I'm still sick. I don't understand. I got better, and then I got sick again. So that's been fun. But anyways, let me know what you think about my book haul down in the comment section below. But you can also find me on my social media if you want to talk to me there. Twitter, Instagram, @whatcassread, the same as this channel. Super easy for you to find. I'm on Goodreads, and I've just launched my brand new Patreon. So if you want to support my content in that way, go ahead and click on the link down below. Otherwise, you know how these videos end. I'll talk to you later.